It says we are live, so I'm going to assume we are actually live. Hello, everybody. Welcome for a very short SPTV mobile live stream. I'm actually heading out the door to go show you guys in person a Scientology location that has been completely shut down near where I live in Clearwater, Florida. I know I talk on my channel a lot about Scientology contracting, failing, collapsing. You'll hear all former Scientologists give you their firsthand accounts of how that is true. But I love being able to show you guys actually in the real world a completely closed down Scientology location. I do not mean a building that they've purchased and has not been renovated and has never been occupied. I mean a location that was open, active, was the only location in its area, and has been completely shut down. I cannot wait to show it to you. But before I run out the door, I wanted to give you an update on something I've spoken about a couple times in the last couple of weeks about SPTV channels being demonetized for reused content. 4 separate SPTV channels have been demonetized. Not the big ones, but newer ones, channels that had less content, channels for which the majority of their content were videos that had been simultaneously live streamed to multiple channels. On the YouTube algorithm, this looks like channels took a video from one channel and just re-uploaded it. It does not matter. You'd think that YouTube could be like, but wait a second, can't YouTube tell that it was simultaneously live streamed and someone did not steal a video and re-upload it? Guys, you would think that YouTube would be able to tell, but it doesn't matter. The fact is, smaller, newer channels that got started and were simultaneously live streaming were being demonetized for unused content. And not only that, when those creators did the YouTube appeal process and explained exactly what was going on, even upon manual review, the demonetization was confirmed, was verified, was reinforced, and these creators were told, you have no other opportunities to appeal, you have no other choice, you have no other recourse, do not create a new channel, do not re-upload your content. You can basically get your life right and get your channel right and reapply for monetization in 90 days. Okay, well, I'm coming to you with some good news. And by the way, about a year ago, this was sort of happening, and people were able to overturn the monetization with a quick 30-second video. Hey, I'm a real person. I'm not just a bot. And YouTube was reinstating the monetizations. But in the last couple months, YouTube has been enforcing its reused content policy in a new way and with new vigor. Okay, anyway, the good news is this. The most recent channel to have been demonetized successfully appealed the demonetization. And this channel, and look, you never really know what makes YouTube make the decisions that they make. They never really explain it to you. But I can tell you that from what I have seen, it appears that what this most recent channel did in their appeal process that was different than what the earlier channels did is that this channel did not just do a video explaining the things that YouTube wanted explained. This person did a video showing. And when YouTube sends out its demonetization notification email, if you read it carefully, it does actually say they want you to show. They do not want you to explain. They want you to do B-roll. They want you to actually record your recording space. They want you to record yourself recording. They want you to record yourself doing your creating and editing process. Screen recordings, B-roll, all sorts of stuff. You're basically making a tiny little behind-the-scenes documentary on how you do your content. And so anyway, the good news is this approach worked. That's the good news. Oh, one other thing. If you get a demonetization notice from YouTube, do not delete a single video from your channel. It's pretty natural to think like, oh, if they've demonetized me, they don't like what's here. Let me try to get rid of the things they may not like, and let me apply and let me appeal. But you see, this is different. They specifically say, although I'll be honest, they don't specifically say it clearly enough. They specifically say, we will not be able to even entertain your appeal if you have deleted even one video since receiving your notice of demonetization. Does the email say that? Yes. Does it say it clearly enough? No. Does it say it enough times? No. Does it truly emphasize the importance of this statement? No. It's only when you go to submit your appeal, when you put all your homework together, you've done all your stuff, and you go to submit it, that it's like, make sure you haven't deleted any videos. And it's like, if you were going to tell me to make sure I haven't deleted any videos, like, and you were going to say that was an absolute deal breaker, you really should have made that more clear right in the beginning. It's almost like YouTube wants to give themselves as many excuses as possible to just deny appeals. So let me see. Let me make sure I'm not losing my train of thought here. Yes. Do not delete a single video. Oh, this is what I was going to say. It's different than when your video gets demonetized. When your video gets demonetized, in many cases, what YouTube wants you to do is to fix something in the video and then appeal to have your video remonetized. And that's why it makes perfect sense that anybody could be confused, that if your whole channel gets demonetized, that what they want you to do is to clean up and remove some things on your channel and appeal. But you see, they look at it as two different things. They look at appealing the decision that they have made requires you to inform them why they have made an incorrect decision in their determination. They're not asking you to fix your channel and get back to them. Your first appeal is simply them telling you or asking you, giving you the opportunity, tell us how, based on what is currently and presently on your channel, explain to us how we have made a mistake. And that's why they don't want you to delete things from your channel. So don't delete anything. Don't delete anything. Don't just explain the process. Oh, and there's another thing, because here's the thing, in their email with their instructions, they give you so many instructions that it's easy to think that you just don't have to do all of them. And you know, I can speak from experience on YouTube sponsorships. On YouTube sponsorships, when you're doing an integration with a sponsor, they'll usually give you like 20 things they want you to do in your integration video, in your sponsorship. And the truth is, and when you do your video, you have to send it into them and ask them to approve it before you publish the integration. The truth is, as long as you do 2 or 3 or 4 of the 20 things they've asked you to do, they're going to be like, you did an excellent job. So it's easy to assume that when YouTube gives you this entire list of things that you have to do for your appeal, you really only have to do 2 or 3 of them. You really should do as many of them as possible. And one of the things they ask you to do that I had not seen done before on the other SPTV demonetization appeals is they say, go through the YouTube partnership program guidelines and specifically state how your channel complies with these guidelines. It's easy to think that if you just do a monologue, and if your monologue happens to address some of the things in that YouTube partnership program, that they're going to automatically be like, okay, he did it. Nope. Literally pull up the items and say, well, here's this item. Here's how my channel complies with that. Here's this item. Here's how my channel complies with that. Let me show you my creative process. Better yet, let me show you where I record. Here's my computer. Here's my microphone. Here's my lights. Let me open up my computer and show you my StreamYard account. Here's my StreamYard account. Here's how I set up live streams. Here's the other channels that I'm friends with, that I collaborate with. And the best, actually record yourself doing one of your videos. And even if you only include 5 or 10 or 15 seconds of that B-roll in your video, that is what they're looking for. So anyway, that's just a little bit of an update, a little bit of good news. Wanted to, guys, all of this advice applies to any new YouTube channels. It's not just SPTV, and that's actually why I wanted to do the video. There's a lot of people who watch my channel who maybe are starting their own channels or want to. Keep this in mind, guys. When you get demonetized, you can successfully appeal. do not reuse other people's content. If you are reusing other people's content, you are likely going to get demonetized. All right, guys, I am heading out the door. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you a Scientology location that has been completely closed down. I'll see you guys soon.